is that first you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Welcome back to In Black America Radio with your host, Rasta B. It is December 22nd, 2017, a Friday. We're coming to the end of the year, and this will be our last show of the year, and we will return February 2nd, or that first Friday of February, to kick off the Black History Month. Guest calling number 646-716-4654. We're going to be talking about Angela Rye's interview on the Breakfast Club, UmarJohnson situation he's going through right now, and Roland Martin's last show. And then the state of Black America, yada, yada, yada. Regular dialogue, but the highlight of the shows will be on those three individuals. Again, guest calling number 646-716-4654. So let me go ahead and get some things out in the beginning. You can see, go to our Facebook page, in Black.America, or just type Bobby Black. Go to the YouTube in Black America Radio so you can subscribe, like, and share our shows that we post, from Blog Talk Radio to YouTube. The Instagram in Black America Radio, Twitter in Black America 7, and subscribe, and all that good shit. So before we continue the show, we always got to bring in my guest host, Smoke. Smoke, are you there?
Yo, what's poppin'?
It's good, man. It's Friday, man. Coming to the end of the year.
Yeah. A few days off from work, you know what I'm saying? Trying to relax, you know what I'm saying? Big Friday or whatever.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of shit going on, man,
Oh, yeah.
This is the last show of the year. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to close the chapter of 2017 today. Look, for the spooky people, right? On 1-2-2-2-2017. See, with those many twos, it's 4 twos, you know what I'm saying? those numbers mean, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be doing that too. Oh yeah, man. So that's how we're gonna knock that out. I'm gonna tie in a lot of stuff now. I got some of my books out. So it's little things I wanna read just to show you what the people of the past said about the same situation and what conclusions they came up with during their time and their era. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you that these aren't new problems that we having, new problems that we're dealing with. It's just that, I don't know, it's something else happening, and we got to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get all into that, answer those questions towards the end of the show. But, yeah, man. So what's good with you, man? What's new? What's new in your world?
Shit, my damn grandpops passed away this past week, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I definitely gotta say R.I.P. to Big Frank, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be missed and shit, you know what I'm saying? He always was like the, you know what I mean? You know, people be like, yo, you know, he's like the solid one in the family, the rock of the family, but, you know, he really was and shit, you know what I'm saying? All of the crazy moments we had in the family and shit like that, the tragedies and shit, he was always around, you know what I'm saying? All the good moments he was around, you know what I'm saying? He just was a solid man overall, you know what I'm saying? Always cooking for us and, you know what I mean, just being a good grandfather. So, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be blessed or whatever. So, you know, we gotta deal with that, you know, next week, you know, go to the funeral and travel up there, do all that stuff. But, you know, other than that, you know what I mean, just been, you know, a short week. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have a half a day from work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be off and shit. Like, I got a couple of days off. I'm hyped.
That's true. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Rest in power to your grandfather, you know what I'm saying? I had the pleasure of
Big Frank.
meeting him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And seeing the joy and the just the spirit of the man in living color, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a pleasure. And so then you had Combat Jack death. He died of what, colon cancer?
Yeah, he has been dealing with that joint for a minute, like going through therapy and all that shit. But it still was not surprising, you know what I'm saying? Like the last few times I listened to him and he was talking about that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, I'm fighting through it, but you know, his spirit was there. He ain't seemed broken or nothing like that. It was just like, you know, more so like, you know, from the outside looking in, the way I'm seeing it, you know, it's like just something he dealing with, you know what I'm saying? That brother was only like 48, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, I was like, you know, that was like you know, it was like a heartbreaker, you know what I mean? Just seeing that shit, I was like, damn, man. Definitely had some good interviews and shit out there, a lot of good media to go listen to. You know, Combat Jack's show and other shit. You know, for those who might have not ever, you know, might have not heard of him before. You know what I mean? He got a lot of stuff out there you can check out.
Yeah, that definitely was a shocker. The Combat Jack situation. But I thought somebody else passed also.
I don't know.
Oh no. It wasn't somebody passed. It was the Joe Budden Everyday Struggle shit. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, definitely Everyday Struggle.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking it was that, but yeah, man. Now that was another shocker. It was like the whole Everyday Struggle shit. Yeah.
It was a shocker to see that shit, but then it's like once you started thinking about it, like if you watch the shows, like Joe always used to say shit like that. You know, come in on Fridays, you know, so you know it was like some old, you know, show me the money type shit. But I ain't think that it would be something that they would cancel because it was a hit. You know what I mean? Everybody was watching that shit. It was like almost a part of shit. It was part of the culture, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like Everyday Struggle, what they saying on that.
But you got
shit that's said on there is moving.
But look,
you know what I mean?
The culture don't pay for the sponsorship.
Right.
The culture don't pay for the sponsorship. So what happened is, see, this is a good nice little segue. So after this convo, we're gonna jump into that Roland Martin then, because that's a nice segue. So, it's the sponsor. No, we're not gonna jump into Roland Martin. We're gonna tap dance around Roland Martin because I got a clip I need to play, and it doesn't relate to what we're talking about right now. But it's sponsorship, and because there's sponsorship being sent, you know, Verizon with Complex and all kinds of things of this nature.
Yeah.
That's really what Joe Budden is fighting for.
Yeah, he was saying that.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, it's like, yo, y'all getting all this bread because of this show, but then y'all don't want to ante up none of that paper? Like, what kind of stuff is that? You see what I'm saying? So what happened is Complex looking at it like, listen, we got this show. We can replace this nigga. You see what I'm saying? And then that's when you end up seeing them recreate a show, and then it falls off, and nobody supports it, and then after a while it gets thrown away. And then they be like, damn, they were so stupid. Why didn't you just keep it the way it was? These industries always want to touch stuff and mess it up, not realizing, no, it's be behind the scenes shit that we don't get. All of this shit is about sponsorship. All of this shit is about money. If black people, once again, had an economy and it was our dollars being added to the sponsorship towards Complex, they would have to negotiate with them three people, Nadeska, Academics, and Joe Budden, to stay on, because they would hate to lose the black business economy funding of commercial time and things of this nature and ad revenue. You know what I'm saying? They would not want to lose that money by playing stupid games like that. They'll be like, all right, let's negotiate, let's talk, let's do this.
Yeah,
but
he said that on the
white
show.
Yeah, but see, this
he was
white
saying
dollars.
that.
What happens is, wait, let me just say the last point. What happens is with the white dollars is going to look at you and be like, so what's going on with everyday struggle? And then you're going to look like, yo, don't worry about it. We got it under control. I'll get somebody to replace him. Don't worry about it. You see what I'm saying? Because these are white dollars. Black dollars is going to say, hey, why y'all got rid of Joe Budden? You see what I'm saying? Where white dollars are looking at the show, black dollars are going to look at why they want the show on. We don't got the money. So when these people put their bread up, you see what I'm saying? And then they want to act funny with their money and shortchange us. They do that because ultimately we don't have any power. That spending power bullshit, none of that shit mean you're a consumer. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the same thing with the Roland Martin shit. These white dollars that's funding it, they're the ones that's saying, okay, we're not going to give you as much as we gave you before. So when a corporation decides to start cutting shows, they're not going to cut Unsung. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to cut goddamn these other shows. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the news part is always going to get cut because 9 out of 10, the news one is always underfunded. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If we want change and we want to understand how that game works, all of that is because we don't got no economy. You can't have economic power without an economy. If you don't have an economy, you really, it's like you trying to fight somebody with no arms. You know what I'm saying? And somebody telling you the reason why you're losing, brother, is you need some arms. If you add these arms to you and you're like, nah, I don't need that, I'm going to use the white man's arm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's stupid. He giving you a sleeve with boxing gloves at the end with nothing in between, no bone, nothing. I'm trying to give you a real arm so you can compete. You don't want that. You rather get the flimsy shit the white man giving you, which is called spending money. Go ahead, Smoke.
Nah, it was well, yeah, he had pretty much said that on his show, on the Joe Budden show and shit. He was saying, like, an example of it was that Nike came in on one episode and they wanted them to wear like the Nike Air Vapor Max sneakers or some shit like that. And he was like, well, they wore them, but he like, yo, where the kickback for it? Because you're not gonna just come in and tell us to wear the sneakers, and Nike not paying y'all. So he like, yo, where the kickback for that shit? But they just want to keep that shit based on the salary. And so he like, yo, that shit don't. He's like, yeah, that's what the contracts say, but this shit, he basically like the culture ain't moving that shit, even though it's part of the culture. Because if they was really for the culture, you getting them kickbacks. He like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's like the whole reason that shit is happening because niggas is watching the show. It ain't because Complex is dope, you know what I'm saying? And Nike wants niggas. No, it's niggas watching this shit, so they want to come in and get a piece of that shit. And he like, so they should be getting a kickback for that, you know what I'm saying? And he like, the Complex niggas is getting kickbacks. He like, him and Academics ain't getting shit off of that. So when the contracts come in and them niggas get an extra shit, the niggas that work for Complex, they get extra shit, you know what I'm saying? Whoever responsible for that, they getting paid for that. But he like, him and Academics wasn't getting paid. So he like, fuck that. When the shit ends, he like, he was ready to negotiate. That's what the move that they made and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, fuck it. They feel like they can replace him.
Yeah, and that's how the game goes. Remember,
it's pretty much about the bread.
Look, just to tie the shit back into a previous story we had on the show, that's no different than listening to, we're going to refer to Roland Martin again. Today was his last show. That's when he brung up the part of black people going out to vote, then to find out the white people getting paid for their services and the black people out here putting in long hours and shit like that, volunteering for free. But the white volunteers, air quotes, they're getting paid for their service. And that's when Roland Martin was like, yo, we ain't gonna be y'all political sharecroppers. So we still fighting with white motherfuckers that see us as, which is the Democratic liberal side of the game. You can tell that because when you listen to the interaction between black people and liberal whites, they sound like shit is cool, but listen to them when they argue. It's like a marriage, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might see a motherfucker, but listen to them when they argue, and you're like, whoa, god damn. Like, wow, they just laying it out there. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? These, like, you really going in and you really find out, like, wow, he did what to you? Damn, they used to act like that towards you? You know what I'm saying? That's how we'll talk when it comes to that. So it's like, at the end of the day, we're working. It's like we're whores and they're our pimp. You know what I'm saying? And the pimp beats our ass, kicking our ass up and down the street. Somebody jumps in to stop it. Not saying the Republicans, I'm just saying. Somebody jumps in to stop it, and then we get up and we start attacking that person with our pimp. You know what I'm saying? And like that's how we are when it comes to liberal whites. Like it's weird, yo. It's really weird. You know what I'm saying? Like listen to this shit right here. I was listening to these special reports, CBS special reports from like the 60s, 70s, 80s on his brother's page called Hezekiah News in Music, but it's like Hezekiah News, Hezakya. But just listen to this beginning part right here. This is called the 1963 Special Report, the Harlem Temper.
A Negro man, in the course of this program, says that he thinks Negroes are worse off in the North than in the South. In effect, he is saying to Southern Negroes who are fighting for the full legal equality that ostensibly already exists in the North, look at what victory is. In the next hour, we will take you into Harlem, into middle-class Harlem, into slum Harlem, into the area that is home for 500,000 American Negroes, the area that radiates out from this street, 125th Street in the borough of Manhattan. If the victory that Harlem represents is a hollow one, the question remains the same. How do we achieve real equality? And there are a lot of answers. But the people you will hear share one thing. The color of their skin is black. When an area is inhabited by people of all one color, or all one religion, or all one race, it is called a ghetto. The significant fact about Harlem is that it is a ghetto. The Negro in the North has been asleep possibly since the end of the Civil War, and he's suddenly awakened now, but he's had 100 years of taking these sleeping pills behind him. And he wakes up in a complete state of shock. Well, where do I go from here?
Well, when the alley people begin to move in the street as they did in Birmingham by the thousands, well, Harlem will change, and so will New York begin to change.
I don't think there's anything new about the militancy and the dignity and the strength and the pride and the courage of the Negro people. I think it was there in days of slavery.
Can you imagine 100,000 Negroes just walking around City Hall one day?
This is Harlem. It could be Chicago or Detroit, Cleveland or Boston, Los Angeles, or any of the great teeming Negro ghettos of the North. report on the struggle in this key arena of the Negro's own conflicting approaches to the race problem as Black Americans face the crisis and the challenge of leadership.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Smoke. You heard that?
Yeah.
That was clear?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, it was good.
All right. So now this is why I played that. I thought it was funny in the beginning. The white news reporter, he goes, how the black man is telling the blacks in the South, like, yo, I might want to ease up on all this integration, freedom, equality shit y'all screaming about, man. Yeah. Change the course, nigga. Change the course. Because look at us up here up north, and this is what that shit look like. You know what I'm saying? This is what that shit look like. When these northerners go down south, true indeed, y'all dealing with racism. So fight against that. But they're going to black stores, black restaurants, black, you know what I'm saying, businesses. Then they going back up to the city trying to work in a factory, taking care of their families in the slum. And they like, yo. And this whole shit is what? Economy again. The whole shit is economy again. That's in essence what the people up north is saying. Cleveland and shit like that. The economy dead. We left the South because of the racism and shit like that. Went up north, but they didn't go up north and establish economies. They went up north and became a workforce, a cheaper workforce than what they had. That's
working in factories and all that shit.
You're working in factories. You're working here. You're working. You're not creating nothing. You're not building any kind. You're not doing nothing. And then once these people leave, now you have no job and you have no skill and you have no purpose. They got other parts of them Hezekiah News, and please check them joints out because a lot of them CBS specials, yo, they crucial. To listen to black people in 1960-something, 70-something, right? Even as early as the 80s, and listen to them speak on the conditions of that time, to listen to how similar them times are now, just to show you that we're not progressing, and realize that the same solutions then being given to them then is being given to us now. So I played that because, as an analogy, that's what that brother's saying. That's how we need to look at history. Look at where we at here in the North, people of the South. This is what the integration going to do when you merge your shit in and kill off your economy. And you got to work for the white man. This is what it's going to look like. So we need to listen to our brothers and sisters of the 70s, late 60s, 70s, 80s, listening to them of that era speaking about their condition, cross-referencing it with what's going on now, and say to yourself, okay, if these people is telling me I need to follow this program, but this program was followed in the 60s and 70s and didn't work, then I gotta question the person that's telling me this information, because they're speaking to me like it's new information, but it's just old rehash shit that ain't gonna work. So that's why I played that, because to me that's some real shit. It's all about economy. The peak of Black American civilization in America that I'm going to ignorantly say. And what I mean by that is I'm pretty sure somebody could find a peak that was a real peak and plateau. I don't know. But the peak we've fallen off of, I should say, is 1970. It's some 70s. The 70s was the peak. And once the 70s was hit and we shall overcome, we've been falling down ever since, like the Bitcoin and shit this morning. I should have just been tanking. You know what I'm saying? I should have just been tanking after that.
Yeah.
The only way to reverse course is not to play along with the system. It's to really stop the brakes and look at your history, see where you made a mistake at, and correct the course. Go ahead, Sue.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know there's no leadership. You know what I'm saying? If we could be going through the same issues, having the same dialogues, coming up with the same shit, it's no effective leadership. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the politicians doing? You know what I mean? That trap themselves out in the name of supposedly black people. You know, it's like, you know, it makes you question, like, what exactly are they doing? Because if the strategies are the same, then that means we're not looking at what went wrong with them, and that's like that's a major issue. And when you have other groups like Hispanics who have a caucus group that work solely for them, that have politicians that work solely for them, they advancing while, you know, we sitting around. You know what I mean? While we just cool with rallying and, you know, showing up somewhere and, you know, all of the fucking emotional shit. We cool with that part of it. But ain't no actual progress. I mean, because we don't heard a lot of people talk.
Stay right there. I don't want you to lose your point. I just heard that the governor of Puerto Rico, they're about to basically, he's going to galvanize all the Puerto Ricans to vote against the GOP, to go against the GOP. So I guess they're trying to show their strength in the Latino vote. So we've got to sit back and watch. So when you see it happening, understand that this is their politicians working. This is their Spanish-speaking, Latino, Hispanic caucus, Hispanic, what's the one for the conference? I believe it is for the Republicans. That's them working together, and they're not saying all Puerto Ricans need to unify. And no, the top people are coming together, and they're saying, okay, you get your peoples in order. You get your peoples in order. Let everybody stay on the same accord. All right, cool. That's what they're doing. They're not saying going out in the streets saying, yo, we got to come together, brothers and sisters, and we got no. You get the people in the top. They're the ones that control the many.
Right.
So they're galvanizing. So when you start to see more of this galvanizing, don't think that the Puerto Ricans and the Latinos and everybody just went on one accord all of a sudden. And no, just it'd be years before it happens, and they always land right in time for voting. You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen again for 2018?
That's planning and strategizing. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
What I would CBC, you know, the Democrats, when they come to us and obtaining the black vote, it's always a week or 2 weeks before the damn election where they just come out and say, hey, guys, come on, get a flyer. They don't tell you no agenda. They don't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no strategy to it. So while you see them, it's like, well, what are they going to do? They're rallying. No, this ain't tomorrow. This ain't next week. This ain't a month from now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to put it into effect right now. We're going to bring all our people together. We're going to strategize, and this is what we're going to see, how powerful we can get. And we're going to try to bring out whatever strategy is You know what I'm saying? If it have to change during that time period, shit might have to switch. They might throw you a curveball, and shit have to change up. So you never know. So it's just like it's sad when you see other people do that shit. When they actually mobilize, and it's not like they over there where it's like, you know what, we're gonna protest or we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. This is we're dissatisfied with what's going on, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna handle it this way. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with us, you see a lot of times it ends with a protest. You know what I mean? We want to just go and put up signs or kneel or do some shit that it look good, but it's really not accomplishing anything. So that's the sad part. It's like you see it. You see examples like that, and it's like, all right, damn, man.
But it happens like that. The reason why it happens like that, again, we don't have an economy. You see what I'm saying? We don't have an economy. So it's not like you go into your business community who hires, you understand what I'm saying, people inside and shit like that. But, you know, you ain't got to talk it, but people can feel that energy where it's like, oh, yeah, I know these white motherfuckers inside here voted for Trump. And, oh, nah, they're going to put in the black people. I know ain't nobody in here voted for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't got no place where it's on accord. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no place where they're going to now go to the some type of unions or organization, real organizations, you see what I'm saying, that's connected to an economy where when you're speaking to the people and you're directing the people, you can do that and direct them. We have churches, preachers, who we know the preachers are connected to the politicians and the government. On the political chart, what does it say, Smoke, when it comes to the religion?
Damn, I don't know off the top of my head.
Huh?
I said I don't know it off the top of my head. I was pulling it up.
We fool you.
Yeah.
We fool you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the people that we have motivating us. Then we have our politicians motivating us. Our politicians, you listening to politicians riling you up is like a drug dealer having his junkies riling him up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a great man right there. Woo. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he benefit off of you being like that. You see what I'm saying? So we got two people that controls our thing. Then we got the media. So everything that controls us is dumb the fuck down shit. You see what I'm saying? The people in power knows and understand that. The question is why they don't try to strengthen shit is because if it's not broke, don't fix it. They benefit off of this shit. So I'm gonna play this joint right here, Roland Martin. This is from Maxine Water. This is the title of this one is called Rep. Maxine Waters Talk Trump, GOP Tax Bill 2018 Midterm Election, and How Blacks Can Move Forward. Now watch. Now we're gonna play this right here. Hold on. Boom. Let's go.
All right, don't hear from me. Don't forget, I got nearly 2 million social media followers. I'm going to ride y'all until the wheels fall off to make sure that black folks, black firms, black political operatives, black posters get the money. The Democratic Party better understand that if you, black folks, are not going to be political sharecroppers, but we're going to sit here and till the soil and then not make the money as well. So what do you have to say to these progressives who talk all this good stuff, but also practice income inequality and discriminatory behaviors when it comes to handing out contracts, things of those nature?
You know, we've been struggling with this contractorship for so many years, and we've said over and over again, in order to assist with getting the black vote out, you got to put resources into the community early, you know, and so Alabama showed up, and now everybody's trying to take credit for it. Perez said, well, we came in and we put some resources in. I don't know when they did it and how they did it, but enough of this begging for the contract and opportunity for us to share in the profits of the Democratic Party. But we're turning out the vote, and we're making sure that there is a Democratic Party because we really are the basis of the Democratic Party. So we've got to get the resources just as you said.
So that makes to the point that you was making earlier, Smoke.
What's that?
That's going to the point that you're making earlier, that they have to, like how long it takes for them to come out and even try to
right.
cater to them. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is at the end of the day, Maxine Waters know that. And she said that in that clip. Roland Martin knows that, but he always highlights that. He always highlights that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, how is you sitting over here and, like basically, are you going to go another 20 years talking about, right? In the Democratic Party, they need to fund us because we're out here voting, and it'll be 20 years later. You still saying the same shit, and we like, that's right.
But
that's right, man.
It's like,
that's right.
What the hell are you doing to make sure that happens? See, that's the thing she's not saying. Like, what are you doing to ensure that shit happens? And like in the clip, she's like, talking about people taking credit for, getting the voters to come out in the Doug Jones situation and shit. And it's like, we heard a story of him now saying that, I guess you're gonna play that clip later on, but him saying that he's gonna be on the Republican, he's gonna vote Republican in the Senate. So it's like, Maxine Waters is part of the Democratic Party. She a major player in this. She's always coming out, especially when it comes to black shit. So she didn't hear that. She ain't hear no rumblings of that inside of her party before the media and all that. That show was like a couple days ago. So it's like she don't, you know what I'm saying? She don't know that shit. So she's still coming on the show bragging about the voters coming out and winning the shit for him. It's like, yo, come on, man. So to me, it's just like a lot of times.
I'm about to say, the thing that gets me mad about it is the fact that we're not even playing the game for us. We playing the game for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's like you playing spades or something or dominoes. You got somebody over your shoulder like, nah, use that one right there. And you like, so you playing it, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And people looking at you like, nigga, you can win. You know what I'm saying?
You looking at the person behind you like, what you got in your hand? You got in your hand. Let me throw lower than that. So you can win the vote or whatever. It's like, yo, come on.
This shit is stupid. It's dumb. Like, because we're playing the game. We got
you can win too, right?
Right. It's like they're showing a little political strength because they're being allowed to. They're being allowed to. You know what I'm saying? They're like, y'all got my permission to attack Trump because we want to show him the energy it feels for people not to like you. So they galvanize black people. So black people out there, showing our ass and shit, not working for our own interests. We're working for the interests of the Democratic Party. Even though that goes against the CBC original thought process from its inception. The thought process was you don't have no permanent friends, you don't have no permanent enemies, you just have permanent interests. And we know that's not the case now. So my whole thing when it comes to this whole shit is, at the end of the day, you've been in Congress way too long not to have known that. That means you did know that. You see what I'm saying? That means you did know that. If you did know that, because this isn't new about the Democratic Party. This isn't new. Listen to blacks when blacks came into the Democratic Party from the mouth of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and keep going on. as through history. And you're going to hear us, we're arguing about the same shit when it comes to Democrats. And like I said, this ain't about Democrat or Republican. It's about black interest.
Yeah. That's really what matters.
It's about
you can't be
black
tied
interest.
The Democrats know that we are tied to the party emotionally. And so all they have to do is play into our emotions to keep us voting for them, coming out to save Doug Jones, to do all these shit, to be basically just play for their voting interests, you know what I'm saying? So we tied to them emotionally, and so they don't have to actually do anything. It's like we rile them up for them 2 weeks before the election. They're going to come out, get hyped. They're going to be putting up signs for us. They're going to work for free, do all that shit, extra shit. They're going to bust the votes for us. We're going to win. And after that, we don't got to worry about them. And that's just like the constant thing. And our so-called politicians that's supposed to have our interests in favor, they playing along with that. They know that shit. And it's like it's all in the effort to keep their position.
In power. Yeah, it keeps them in power.
Yeah.
And that's the whole game plan. It keeps them in power so they feel they're always important, because guess what? They don't have talking points. The talking point is supposed to be, yo, what are you doing to help us build an economy so we can employ our people and have, you know what I'm saying? So we can have 100% employment on our side, and we're generating wealth and income and fucking, you know what I'm saying, building ourselves up as a race. Yo, what the fuck? What are you doing in there? And then they turn around, since they can't answer that question, they'll turn around and now you ask them, but what are you doing up there? Well, we fighting for education, housing, jobs. We getting incentives for.
You also got to remember right now too, the major point is resistance. So we could just say all that, but at the end of the day, we not going up there to present this shit. So it don't matter what the hell we talking about. We not going there to put these shits on the table. We're not trying to put laws on the table and shit.
This is what it is, because what you saying this is what it is. If going up to the White House with Obama, all you had to do was hold his hand out in the air like, victory! And it's like, yeah! But they can leave and everything cool. You just walk and be like, it's a proud moment to be alive. And it's like, that's right! And you don't got to say nothing. So after 8 years, it's like, damn, okay, now we got this Trump character here. There's no motherfucker. This motherfucker coming in here nasty, scratching his ass, farting. It's like, man, there's no way I could really glamorize this. So then it's like, all right, go inside there, work your magic, make it happen for us. And then it's like, no, we're going to resist him. And it's like, that's right, resist. And it's like, you still ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah. And it have to be because there is no strategy. It's just people jockeying for their position, jockeying for their shit. And it plays out. If you look back at the Hillary Clinton, it was that was the epitome of this shit. Her campaign wasn't based on anything. It was based on her being Hillary Clinton, and she was up next. Y'all motherfuckers come vote for me. I'm gonna come out 200-something days later, before I'm even trying to even think about promoting and coming out and campaigning with the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on Ellen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put some hot sauce in my shit. I'm going to get Jay-Z and them to come down here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you giving us? What are you really running on? Like, why are we supposed to vote on you? Because you popular with the damn people, with the fucking celebrities and shit like that. It's like, come on, man. It's a joke and shit. So it's just people that's there holding their position now. Like, shit, I could get another 4 years, 8 years, or whatever the terms are for their position. That gives them 8 more years of getting money, riding around being free. getting perks off of the state and off their government that they work and live with. The niggas ain't trying to get that shit up, so they be comfortable with this shit. And the more and more you pay attention, you see that the jig is up. It ain't the big white man who's drugged up, who's fucking infighting amongst their own groups and shit like that, who going to war with the gays versus the straights. And, like, they at war with each other.
Yo,
it ain't them.
This shit is gays versus straight. This shit is conservative versus Tea Party versus Trumpers. This is progressive liberals versus corporate Democrats. I mean, not progressive liberals. Progressive Democrats versus corporate Democrats. It's so much fucking infighting going on. Then they junkies and all kind of shit like that. So much fucking infighting going on.
Yeah, all
and
the
it's
fucking
like,
scandals and shit.
Yeah, right. All the scandals and shit going on, and the bringing down of all of the who's of fucking white men and who's gatekeepers and so-called power and all kind of shit like that within their economy. And here go black people. Black people. This is the time, just like I said before Trump is president, this is going to be the perfect time for black people to get their shit together. It's going to be during Trump time. You see all the fucking signs that this shit is about to fucking explode, and we're going to be able to really come up off the pieces. And black people rather sit on their ass and be like, no, we're going to resist. We're going to resist. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call them 45. You know, kind of dumb shit. And it's like, no, even when white people were saying they're not going to acknowledge Barack as being a legitimate president, even when they said that, you know what they did? They built the alt-right movement. What the fuck is we building? You see what I'm saying? I have conversations about economy with black people. Black people want to tell me about individual wealth. I'm like, what are you talking about? You talk about individual wealth. I'm talking about economy. Yeah. You telling me about individual wealth. It's like, come on, man. But there's black people out there who got this much money and, okay.
Yeah.
What I got to do?
Now, politicians thinking the same shit. Individual wealth. You know,
think the same
extra cake right here. This extra money put in my pocket off this budget. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? I ride for free. Niggas be skimming off vacations off of budgets and shit like that, sending their kids to fucking school. Them niggas ain't giving that shit up. They cool with where they at right there.
Mo, I got a white butler. Smoke as a black man. You know I come from Harlem, man. I come from the slums, man. I come from Detroit, man. I come from Chicago. I come from roaches and rats. Now I got a white man opening the door for me, nigga.
Yeah, only you. Only you, man.
What? Come on, man. Come on, man. 2018, man, we gotta do better. 2018, we gotta do better, man. And it's a damn shame when I listen to black people talk, because literally these black people talk about these politicians, these black politicians, our leaders. That still means slave and master. But it should still mean slave and master. Every time black people walk around, so they're going to tear down another one of our leaders. Nigga, that means slave and master. That's all that means. That's another way of saying slave and master. Pimp and hoe. It's the same shit. Every time I hear that stupid shit, you can't lead yourself. You telling me you too stupid to figure out how to get to point A and point B in life. Your eyes, your ears, your everything about you is so closed off that you can't receive the simplest fucking form of information to get you from point A to point B. That you need a leader. You need somebody to tell you, hey, get to point A, and get to point B. Oh, shit. Like, damn. Like, simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Simple shit. I be listening to people talk about, I can't teach my child. I ain't a teacher. What? What? Huh? You teach them how to play
That's why we get taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
The narrative's got to change. You know what I'm saying? And like the one thing that I found like interesting was like the Steve Bannon interview we played, you know, a couple months back or whatever, and he was speaking on, you know, pretty much in essence putting pressure on the Republican, you know, politicians in ensuring that they was on code with, you know, the Trump thinking process. So it's like pretty much a get down and lay down situation. Are you with it? Cool. All right, you cool. You're not with it? All right, we about to put a fire under your ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's like our politicians have to our people are gonna have to adapt that strategy. You know what I'm saying? Versus our politicians. Mm-hmm. Okay, what did you do the last 10 years? Oh, you ain't do nothing? You just been doing this? All right, cool. Who up the bat? We gonna put you in office. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have to do that. We gotta put fire under the politicians' ass. But you know, we just so waiting for them to tell us, you know, what the play gonna be instead of us telling them what the play need to be. You know what I'm saying? And ensuring that. And one of the ways of doing that shit is through the economy. You know what I'm saying? Being able to fund politicians and give them what they need to make sure, you know, their interest is our interest pretty much, you know what I'm saying, when they in office under our votes and so forth. So we provide them votes.
No, that's how it is.
Yeah.
It's not pretty much. It's not pretty much. That's how the game goes. It's not even pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you in office to cater to your constituents, which is us. You know what I'm saying? Now watch this. We're gonna play some more of this the Maxine Waters joint too. This is the second part. Let me make sure I have the volume. This is the second part of it right here.
Some who are nonpartisan and include sororities as well. And I said, look, the party ain't got no choice. Okay, so we did that Democratic town hall with CNN in 16. The hell with CNN. In 2020, we don't need them. And I said to them, I said, the party owes black women so much, y'all should demand and get at least 4 town halls, forums, or debates in 19 and 20. Hold one minute. Yeah. Okay, I'll lay it out. So I want y'all to know again, last show. Yeah. Let me go and get it out. Hold one at Bennett. Yeah. Hold one at Spelman. Yeah. Hold one in Florida. Yeah. Then we'll pick another state. I said, but simple, minimum of 4. And that way, I say, we do a deal where we go to the Black Network and say, simulcast it. We do it online as well. We have black folks asking our issues, and that way it don't come up every now and then.
Well, you notice that they have not had any of us in the town halls that they have done. And, you know, we keep, you know, wondering and asking about how do you choose and why do you choose certain people. I guess Bernie Sanders has been in, 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 town halls.
Right, so with CNN or MSNBC, they're doing these popular town halls. It's like,
yeah, but, you know, here we are, not only turning out the vote, but they're depending on us to turn out the vote. And without us in 2018, you know, we will not be able to take back the House.
So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this here, okay? And so, here's the deal.
Yeah, so she just said that basically if black people don't come out and turn out the vote, the Democrats ain't going to they're not going to win. They're not going to make it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, again, why in 2017 is black women, me in particular black people, but you don't see black men, so they want to take all this damn credit shit. Then take your credit then for Doug Jones. Just like Obama got to take his credit for slavery in Libya. You know what I'm saying? Like, take your credit for Doug Jones then, black women, because y'all want to play into that stupid-ass game. But the whole shit is this, Mo. Let's just use her narrative. Without the black woman voting, right? Fuck that. Without black people voting, the Democrats are going to fall. They're not going to be able to withstand the political war, basically. So why in 2017 are we begging Democrats to donate more money to us, fund us, cater to our needs and our agenda and our interests to better us and things? You know what I'm saying? Because of our strong voting block or whatever like that. Why are we saying that in 2017? You dig what I'm saying? Why are we saying that after Barack Obama? Right? After, quote-unquote, showing our voting power, right? And showing what we can do when we come together as a people, right? So after doing all of that, why in 2017 we still talking to the Democrats, the liberal whites, our white allies? Why are we asking them, hey, man, can I get a little bit more money? I heard you getting $100, but you're only giving me $1. And it's like, why you not funding? Why y'all just come down to my neighborhoods a week before election talking about, y'all better go out and vote, your family died first, and make sure you vote for a Democrat? Not knowing that everybody else get to lay out agendas for what the fuck the people want. You ask them, so what you want? So what are you going to do for our community? Oh, schools and the police and lower crime. That's what they always say. Then when black people start to say shit like, well, what about the HBCU? Well, you know, all colleges, you know what I'm saying, should be funded. Well, what about, you know what I'm saying, black people being able to own businesses tax-free for 10? Would you support that idea? You know, we interested in small businesses in America. That's how they talk to us. You know what I'm saying? So to avoid all of that, they just hit you with that 1 week shit. Where they like, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times you hear them say, oh, like even Hillary did the same shit. Oh, we're not going to, we're trying to get such and such on, but she's not coming on yet. Then right closer towards election time, she comes, then came a second time to try to galvanize the people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then they tell them you can ask certain questions you can't ask. You know what I'm saying? So the whole shit is to manipulate you. So if it's a manipulation game, understand that it's a game. And understand that the way to play the game is you have to put your agenda on the table. How do you get your agenda on the table? You have to have people write this shit up. What's the problems that need to be fixed in the black community? How do you get this shit written up? You need an economy. I know somebody thinking like, you don't need no damn economy to get this shit written up. Yeah, you do at the end of the day, because you're going to need something to fund this shit. That's like having a brand new car and shit like that, but you ain't got no fucking gas money. And your tank is empty. You ain't got no gas money, but you got a nice ass looking car outside. Sure. It look nice, but you ain't got no gas.
No gizzle.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, and that's what the whole shit is. We need the economy because that's what funds the shit. That's what have people like, yo, listen, y'all better do what we say. Then you're going to see Maxine Waters and everybody else be like, hey, listen, we writing this law, we passing this bill, we trying to get this legislation through, we got the majority, we can't get it through a Republican vote, then fuck it, we're going to try again during Democratic vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to see that fight because now they're not just tied to and relied upon white corporate money. They'll be tied into that black economy, so they have to. That's what all them Latinos and Asians and all of them, they're tied into their people's community. That's how it works. You're not going to hear somebody say we're going to donate money to a Latino charity. No, the shit goes into their community. That's how this shit goes. We don't get it because we don't got an economy. And when you don't have an economy, you don't think with the mind frame of an economy. When you're a worker, you're a consumer. Money make money, hard work pays the bills. So when you out here working and you out here spending and you out here renting or you paying your mortgage and shit like that now and you just trying to, you know what I'm saying, make it to the next year, your mind frame is just focused upon living and enjoying quote-unquote life. But when you're part of an economy, you look at life different. You look at land different. You look at property different. You look at people different. You're not going to see a bunch of niggas in the project or walking up and down the street with their pants hanging off their ass and be like, low life, piece of shit. You're going to say, damn, yo, look at all this fucking work, these workers out here.
Right.
You know these workers out here. God damn, I wonder what the property value is over here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, look at these workers. Look at this workforce. I could charge these niggas good $7 an hour in their work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could open up a shoe factory out here. Yeah, where am I? Look at all this workforce. You see what I'm saying? But when you're not when you don't have an economy mind, you say, look at all these niggas. This must be the hood. I don't want to live around here. There's no grocery store here. If you got an economy mind frame, then you looking like, oh shit, I didn't see not one motherfucking grocery store in this square block radius. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Yo, there's land here. I could have these motherfuckers right here on the goddamn field, yo. Tills in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Had this shit being shipped off up north from down south or out west or, you know, vice versa or however it goes. You know what I'm saying? And things of this nature. That's how you think when you have an economy. You see what I'm saying? When you don't have an economy, you see life different. So we have to change that for 2018. Read up on it. Don't get caught up in being so pro-black that you have an issue learning from others. Learn from your oppressor. That's the way to know how you got oppressed. Learn from the people that made these industries and these buildings and these corporations and things. Don't get caught up in that, oh, this white devil Rockefeller. Fuck that. Find out how Rockefeller got his money. Find out about them oil barons of the day. Find out how they did their shit. So you can understand that these are people. These ain't no supernatural motherfuckers. Oh, no, they took the Illuminati oath. And they okay, who gives a fuck? They could take 12 different goddamn oaths. That don't mean shit. Them words. Them secrets. Them men. That's it. These ain't no supernatural motherfuckers. These are people that got to eat, sleep, shit, piss, just like you. So if you're going to sit over here now and be like, oh, these people, they run the planet, and then learn their story, learn their history. Since these are people you're afraid of. These are people you think are going to stop you from some shit. Learn their history. Learn about their fucking up. So you can see that they're human. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we're dealing with humans. We're not dealing with motherfucking space beings. We're dealing with humans. No, these are lizards and reptile peoples, and we live on a flat earth. And man, listen, they got their ass kicked so bad, smoke, man. They out of the world with it now. But you know what I want to talk? I want to make sure we get into. You know what I'm saying? Since at the 10:16 point, guest calling number 646-716-4654. Let's get into that Angela Rod interview, man, for the Breakfast Club. Rock out with that story real quick.
Angela Rod. Angela Rod, she was down fucking. I mean, you know, she echoes Maxine Waters, you know what I'm saying? So earlier this week, she was on Breakfast Club you know, Charlamagne and the crew or whatever. And you know, the part that stood out to me, you know what I'm saying, was just her bragging about, you know, black women, the role that they played in the election of Doug Jones. And so when I heard the interview, you know, it was prior to hearing the story that Doug Jones was gonna flip and be, you know, vote Republican. And so, you know, she was there just, you know, just kept reiterating that, you know, black women, you know, voted, it was a 98%, voted for Doug Jones, and they was, you know, pretty much the group responsible for, you know, bringing him into office, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it was just like, you know, just the bragging. And I always say, like, you know, we'll cheer for our downfall, you know what I'm saying? We'll be right there, you know, happily playing a part and then happily cheering it on, you know, hip-hop parade, you know what I mean? And so, like, you know, in the first part of the interview, that was, you know, it was mostly her doing that, you know what I mean, bragging about, you know, bringing Doug Jones in office, who in turn is pretty much going to serve the same agenda as the Republican guy that he beat, Roy Moore, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just her echoing your auntie, you know, Auntie Maxine.
The funny thing about this shit is he also said that he ain't even for the impeachment of Donald Trump. But we already know the majority of fucking Congress not for the impeachment of Donald Trump. So
right. Yeah, she mentioned that also in the interview too about I think it was Envy that asked her about, you know, the impeachment process and what was happening. And so, you know, she broke the news that you know, that most of the Democrats didn't, you know, they didn't even vote for that. And so, you know, from there it was pretty much a fluff interview because it was like, that was the agenda that was being pushed, you know, by her. Definitely every time, you know, the last 5 or 10 appearances you had on the Breakfast Club and other places, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she's echoing the leaders of Al Green and Maxine Waters and so forth. So it's like once that question was asked, it's like, okay, that strategy didn't work. You would think, like, what's next? There was never an answer to that. And so that's pretty much just echoing the politicians. It's like there was no answer to that. It's like, this is what we got right now. We gotta, you know, we pretty much just waiting for the next shit that we can ride on, you know, black voters emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, this is, hey guys, look. You know what I'm saying? There's no real strategy, no real agenda. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like once the impeachment shit flamed out, it's like, all right, what's next? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you ain't heard anything.
That's some funny shit.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit talking, chest poking, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, nothing's happening, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, it feels good, you know what I'm saying? It feels good to turn on, you see a sister on there talking heavy, you know what I'm saying, getting at the president, black sister, she on Black Power, she woke, you know what I'm saying? You looking at her like, ooh, I like that sister right there. She's sharp, you know what I'm saying? She know her shit. But then when it's like, when you really listening, it's like, okay, what's gonna happen? What? That's what's being said. You know, what's the outcome? What's the outcome gonna be? Okay, if this happens, then what we gonna do? There's no real answers to this shit. But being that we cool with the emotional part of it, we will soak that up as a W. We would love that interview. We'll chop it, screw it, you know, put our clips up, make our shows off of it, talking about, breaking down what she was saying about, and it's like, but it's really no answers to anything. Because at the end of the day, it's like, the years keep passing, and the community is still the same. Niggas are still in there doing illegal activity. It's people still getting killed. We still complaining about education. We still complaining about funding for this. It's like we have the same issues. So it's like, what's really happening? all of that feel good shit is just that feel good. It's like drugs. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. You know what I mean? You get high, you still got the problems after your high come down. And that's pretty much what it is with us. They hype us up off of the talk. You know, get us high off that shit. And we cool with that.
Yeah.
But when it come down, it's still the same issue. So it's like, that's what I see from that interview. Is like, what I gather is like, it sound good, but it's like, it's the same old. And then when it's like, you look at, you know, because it's not just to put the issue on Angela Rock. You know what I'm saying? She's just a spokesperson. But it's like, you start looking at all the figures from this time. You say, okay, all right, well, what's the real strategy? It's not. You go back 10 years, start looking at all the people that was talking. What's the strategy? Ain't no strategy. You start going back, like, you could just pick a point in time. It's the same shit. Ever since MLK, you know, did what he did and got the fucking voting rights enacted in the fucking 60s, and during that time frame, it's 50 years. Nothing significant has happened in the black community since then. No laws, no change in thought processes, nothing. It's the same shit. They saying the same exact thing. And every period in time in between then, it's the same talk with no results. So it's like, you know, it's just like another one of those type interviews. It's like, all right, it feels good, but what's really happening out here? And that's all of black America, all of black politicians talking. It's the same shit. Nothing. You know what I mean? A bunch of nothing. A bunch of emotional strings being pulled on.
Yeah, but see, and anybody going to get hyped. That's like if you're telling your son, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, we're going to go to Disneyland this weekend. Yeah! We're going to go to Disneyland this weekend. Yeah! We're going to go to Disneyland this weekend. Yeah. After a while, you're going to get disappointed. Then all you got to do is be like, all right, well, let me at least take us to the park. Go to the park, have a good time. You can go right back again next week and be like, yo, we're going to do Disneyland. Yeah! You know what I'm saying? Because it's just stringing along. See, but in that case, in the case we got now is about voting. So if I win, we look at percentage, we congratulate you, pat you on your head, I win. Then we close the door and continue to our business.
Yeah, and to use it.
No, here. But if I lose, then I blame you in your lack of turnout and tell you that's the reason why your communities look the way it look, because y'all don't go out and vote and hold the politicians to their feet.
Right.
So then we run out and we vote, and then they say thank you, close the door. Yeah, it's like
running fucking game and shit. So pretty much we 50-year-old kids that's like, hey, our dad is telling us we're going to Disney World. You still like, okay, yes.
You see what I'm saying?
At 50 years old, he still doing that shit to you. And you still got to pay him.
With the whole Angela Ross shit, though, it was funny because when Charlamagne did ask, I was trying to find that clip, but I need my headphones. But when it got to the point when Angela Ross was like, when Charlamagne asked, well, what is the next step? You know what I'm saying? After, you know what I'm saying, the whole impeachment or whatever like that. It really hit her like a needle hitting the floor type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we're gonna do the same path that we've been on. That's already laid out for us. We're gonna, and I'm like, whoa, like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
And now pause right there. Think about Roland Martin when he was on same Breakfast Club platform. And Envy was asking him something to the effect of like, well, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? He like, we do what we always do. We pray. They're like, yo, like, what you mean what we do? We do what we always do and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they don't got no answer. It's just motherfuckers up here collecting checks. Parakeeting motherfuckers. Politicians is saying.
But see, that's a good thing to remember. That I forgot all about that. But it is funny because one side is, well, what do? We pray and we hope, and then the other side is we pray, we hope, and we go out and vote. That's it. Yeah. And we continue that stupid ass cycle over and over again, and nothing changed, nothing happens. And then we had these people that talk to us, and we like, that's right, she talking that real. Yeah, okay. I mean, goddamn, how long are we gonna keep listening to talk?
As long as she in office.
Yeah, as long as I'm in office. As long
as these cats in the office, and it ain't just Maxine Waters or other motherfuckers out there. They know who they is. You know what I'm saying? It's like they sitting in the office. They kids is getting right. They getting right. Fattening up they checks. Fattening up their accounts and shit like that. You know, they ain't worried about changing nothing. It's cool the way everything is. As long as the people can get riled up in that 2-week period before election, I'm good. I can do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And when that fucking week come on, I'm gonna make sure I have something, a little platform to stand on, some little situation going on that I can launch pad my campaign off of. You know what I'm saying? Something you did 20 years ago, shit like that. Good. You know what I'm saying? They running this shit like, you know, like it's clockwork. Like niggas is dumb as hell. And that's how they view us, man. We just there. We listen to what they tell us to do, and y'all available for that. And when you take into account the example that you just gave, how they will put the blame on us when they fucking lose. It's like a no-win situation. You're out here doing some shit when you're not even gonna win at all. Then you're gonna take the blame when shit don't go the way that's anticipated. It's a no-win situation. You ain't getting shit out of it. You might as well stay at home.
At all. And something ain't no master slave shit. That's why they keep screaming leader all the time. Because that's what they feel like we need. You need to be led. You need somebody to lead you into the right direction because you're stupid. So you need a leader. That's why you'll hear people sit there. Now, who gonna lead us now? Who gonna show us the way? That's a child talking. That's a child talking. You know what I'm saying? You grown. You don't got no history. You don't got no life experience. You ain't learned nothing in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times I be listening to shit, and then I start noticing to it in the conversation. She had no problem saying black and brown, and men and women, and those who don't identify themselves as such. But then when she went to talk about the Doug Jones shit, it was, black women came out to vote. So Charlamagne like, but I hate when people say that because black men was 93%. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, we both, we both we voted. Listen,
I got an A+.
Fucking, but look, it's a fucking team race though. No, it's a you know the baton shit. Yeah. When you racing, you gotta hand the baton off. Yeah,
like a relay.
They run that shit and keep going. And you like, no, you're supposed to pass the fucking. Supposed to pass that shit off. She just running. Nah, I'm faster than all y'all. I can do this shit on my own. I'm independent. And it's like, no, it's a team race. You know what I'm saying? It's called fucking voting for your district. We all black. We all look. Betty, we live in the same house together. Like, how you talking about? Nigga, black woman did our thing. And it's like we live in the same house. Like, what the fuck is you caring about? You know what I'm saying?
93%, 98%. Surrounded up with the same shit. Like, come on, yo. Like,
but
everybody else.
what I didn't get was when it got to that part, it seemed like it hurt her soul to say black men and black women came out and did this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm proud of us. No, everything was give us our percentage, and no, because we won by higher margins. If this was a vote in, and this is, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? How many brown came out to vote? How many brown came out to vote? What's their percentage compared to the black vote? You see what I'm saying? But you don't got no problem saying black and brown. But you'll turn around and act like you got to separate black man and black woman for what? Black people came out. We need to work together, stick together. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like, how can that work if black men is like work together,
separatist tone that black women have a lot of times. You know, where they don't agree on that. And they'll say shit. You know, I just like one of them little indicators and shit. Like, you know, it shouldn't be that hard to say that. Like, you know, I know you're a woman and getting it, but you know what I'm saying. I don't see no guy who's gonna be like, "Yo, black men, son, nah, fuck black woman, son. We came out and you know what I'm saying. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying. Black people did it. You know what I'm saying. So, and it wasn't like it was a big. If it was a big difference, then I would understand. Yeah, I got it.
But see, once you start to promote, even if that was the case, whether a big difference or not, once you start to promote that, it's dangerous because the black woman is the one to have the baby. You see what I'm saying? The black woman is the first teacher, the first nourisher, the first person that the baby going to look up to. You see what I'm saying? So if that black woman mind frame is black boys and black girls are separate, they're not this, they're different. Keep them away from each other. You know what I'm saying? Type shit like that. When she has her babies, guess what? She's going to promote that same shit in the baby's head. Then we're going to have a generation of black people naturally divided, not understanding why. Like, how the fuck? Why? Huh? When did this happen? Look at the old videos of black men and black women interaction with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, because the sad part about it, we're starting to forget how we used to really interact with each other. It's not like how this is. It's not how like this is. You know what I'm saying? This right here is a goddamn shame. But what happens is we're all in the workforce looking for to be picked. You know what I'm saying? So now we're competition to each other. We don't need each other. We're just, you know what I'm saying? We're just another body. You're just another space. You know what I'm saying? And all this shit is conditional. But if the black woman, if her mind frame is like that, then the whole generation comes out like that, boy and girl. And that's why I always say it's the black woman who must be elevated, because if she understands who she is and her true potential, you will see a shift in the energy of the next generations coming out of her womb. But if black men think, oh no, we're the ones to change it because the babies come from us and all this old weirdo shit, then you're never going to elevate that black woman, and the children are going to keep coming out backwards. Straight up. She's going to keep coming out backwards. What you're going to see black men is doing is correcting problems. You understand what I'm saying, Smoke? We're correcting problems. So it seemed like, no, the only one that could do this is the black man. He can fix this. If the black man was in a home, he could fix this. So what is he fixing? He's fixing something that's fucked up. What is fucked up? That black woman mind frame. So everything coming out of her is fucked up. When she elevate her mind frame and understand who she really is, her purpose, her powers, you know what I'm saying, and not looking at herself as some sin that God cast the sin and cursed me with periods and cramps and oh Lord, I was the first one to violate and all these weirdo stupid shit. Yeah, when she break free of that dumb shit and start understanding who she really is and things of this nature, I guarantee you're going to start to see a higher elevation of children come out of her womb. Straight up. Once she understands who she is. If you got a woman and she got carrying the next generation, she unsure herself, she getting yelled at, hit on, beat on, the child all in type of stress. This nigga, the baby's living in the ghetto in the womb. You know what I'm saying? Under high stress, PTSD. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. That baby coming out crazy. The baby can be growing up in an environment where there's no violence. Everything's cool and shit, but everything this woman is feeding on is negative imagery of black. You know what I'm saying? And things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but the house she live in is good and all of that shit. But now when the baby come out, you start noticing this baby have this natural hatred for black. You know what I'm saying? And you like, damn, what the fuck wrong with this child? This child ain't got no love for the black. You know what I'm saying? But the mama got blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? The images they watching is everything violent and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, they come out wild like that. These are shit that we're feeding the next generation. She elevate her mind, we're gonna see a different vibration in the youth. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be coming up. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important for her to elevate, and for black men to stop thinking that we're the ones that's gonna do something. We can't do shit. We come from them. That means your mama had to get fixed in order for you to have been fixed. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how that works. You can't. It ain't your father that's gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna." No, because once the mother come out and that baby come out there, automatically gonna see an increase of black women again breastfeeding. An increase again worldwide of black women breastfeeding again, which already brings a higher elevation towards the baby. Then you're going to see a higher elevation of black women watching their children, educating them, caring about their future, caring about their education, working, teaching, you know what I'm saying, doing what the mother's supposed to do. You're going to see fathers and stuff now doing what they're supposed to do now. So more importantly is the mother, because she's going to be around the child the most. You're going to see the child not going to have that stress and that hatred and things of that nature. You're going to see the parents change because now they got to watch their mouth. They can't do all that cursing and fighting and bickering and all kind of stuff like that because now they got an image that they're molded into greatness. You see what I'm saying? But these things happen with elevation of your mind. And me personally, again, have an economy, you're going to start to see people elevate their mind because it's easier to elevate your mind on a full stomach. Bills paid, money in your account, kids sleeping, and you're like, you know what? Let me read this Steve Biko book. let me read this comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me kick my feet up. Yeah, because you know what? My stomach is full, so guess what? I don't feel like walking around in the cold looking for ops. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh, my bills paid and shit. I want to take my children out for the fucking weekend or some shit like that. I'm not looking for ops. I'm not outside in the cold all fucking day. I'm not running from no fucking police. You know what I'm saying? But that's the benefits of having an economy. Straight up. That's the benefits. So when you hear these politicians keep telling you about we want, you know, we working on jobs, housing, and education, and police brutality. You keep hearing that bullshit. That's how you do all these
like, get the fuck out of
here. We need low affordable housing so you can have black people living in better projects. Better projects.
A little bit modern.
I don't hear about nobody getting their rent paid. I don't hear about no house getting paid. Like, come on, huh?
Look, we got to make a project that they can't run through like the old projects. They're real familiar with the ins and outs of that. We got to make one that's a little bit harder for them to run around in. That's all they're trying to do is trap niggas again. Yeah, but it's a workforce. You got to understand, all the black people is a workforce. That's it. They're a workforce. But because there's no black economy, the workforce is running rampant. So now the white economy locks the black economy up. That's the real economy. There's all these black men and women and children that's in the prison system, working for pennies for the prison system. In the business community, bragging about how much money they have as individuals, while your workforce dwindles. And then politicians lie and keep telling y'all about fucking white supremacy, racism, and all kind of shit like that. Not letting you know that, no, this is what the game is. The reason why I can't do all the stuff that y'all ask me to do is because y'all don't fund me. Y'all want the real? Let me tell y'all the real. Y'all don't fund me. I need at least this amount to get anything done. I ain't got it. So come together with this bread, and I can get some of this shit done. But other than that, I can only do what I can do. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Because that's all they're going to say on the real. That's all they can say on the real. You know what I'm saying? But that's too harsh. So they just say, hey, just tell them you fighting for it, and the Republicans is wicked and they trying to veto everything. No one's getting down, well, your donor told you, no, nigga, you're not voting for that. Hit $30,000. You're not voting for that. Okay. Right. Oh, they bit my arm. It was a hard fight. But we fell, but don't worry, we get back up like the walls of Jericho and all kind of shit. I don't know. That's right, brother. We'll fight that fight. And it's like, come on, man. They paid that man to say that. They paid that man. They so ill with this smoke that they openly tell you how long they've been in Congress. I've been here fighting for 40 years. But you should be fighting. You know?
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You ain't figured shit out yet. Like, come on, son. If anything, you're supposed to be putting us up on the G, supposed to be putting us up on the game and shit, or you supposed to have accomplished something right now. Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
40? You ain't
40
say 40.
years.
You said 40.
Yeah, right? 40. Like, come on, man. We can't do it, man. We can't sit there and keep looking at politicians as leaders.
Meanwhile, Steve Bannon is like, what you do? You ain't doing this? Oh, you not down with that? All right, get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Get up out of here.
Get your ass up out of here.
Meanwhile, our Democrats got their feet up like, y'all in trouble. Now that's it. Mm-hmm. They're looking at their Republican counterparts like, I got Trump in office. We good over
there. That's how this shit go. And that's how this shit go. And that's why it's like it's going to be an ugly game because, shit, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. They really showing their hand, and they showing that white America, all of this shows you how strong white America is. You see what I'm saying? I'm already betting that there's going to be a second-term Trump. If there's a second-term Trump, white America is still strong. And then my question is going to be, so why the hell we wasn't building black America up to protect ourselves? You see what I'm saying? So that'll be 5 years, if my math is correct, on top of the 8 of Barack. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So what is that, 13? So 13 years Look, and this is for the number people. 13 years, 13th Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Free the slaves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 13, Black Friday. Today is Friday. You know what I'm saying? 13. But if you sit there now and say that if we would have used them 13 years to put legislation into office for the black business community to come the fuck together, the black banking, because these are the people that got to come together, not the black working class, not your workforce. The workforce could keep doing what the hell they're doing, because that's all the purpose of the workforce, is to work and spend. Work and spend. That's it. Stop complaining that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Business, black business community. The black business community, y'all have to be the ones that unify. Y'all have to be the ones that come together. Y'all have to be the ones that create PACs, political action committees. We are writing up agendas that's going to benefit the fucking black community, thinking on an economy where we're building shit, industry, factory, creating shit to sell within and outside of America. Because guess what? You got black brothers and sisters in Europe who would support these black products coming out of black America. You got black people in Africa, the whole fucking continent. Fuck that sub-Saharan shit. The whole black continent of Africa. And they would support a black American economy. Blacks in the West Indies, they will support a black American economy, maybe. Right? Because the West Indies is funny. Maybe. Maybe some of them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Basically, in the black Latinos, you know what I'm saying? They will support a black Asian. They will support a black American economy because now it's something that they can identify with. So we don't got to look at, oh, well, these niggas around here ain't going to buy from me. Well, guess what? You got something called the internet. And you can sell to black people all over the world. So stop making excuses. Stop thinking because you got a business and you've been in business for a year and it's been tough, you like, oh, man, yo, this shit right here just ain't working. Nigga, you've been doing it for a year. Yeah. 1 year. Like, come on, man. Put some blood and tears in this shit, man. Get creative, get innovative. If your game plan ain't working, come up with a new game plan. That's why I call go back to the drawing board. You go back and you figure out what about your plan is working, what about your plan ain't working. You dig what I'm saying? These are the things you do. You don't give up. You give up once you exhausted all measures. And you're like, you know what? This Rent-A-Spoon restaurant just ain't turning $1. Niggas do not want to come in here and rent a spoon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can understand now that shit don't work. You don't want to do that. But if it's something that's you getting a little money off it, you're just trying to see how you can take it to the next level, go back to the drawing board, see what's working, and then you'll see what it is that you need next, what it is that you ain't doing. You see what I'm saying? And things of that nature, you know? But it's like, this is what we got to do, man. 2018, man. 2018, we can't be playing no more games. I don't want to hear, because now we coming to this midterm election shit. And then after 2018, guess what? Got to get ready for them other elections, the big 2021. They're going to be killing you for 2019. So literally, we've been going through campaign season since 2016. You see what I'm saying? Since 2016. We've been going through campaign season. So get ready for whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for that bullshit, but we need to be worrying about economy, industry. Those of y'all who can profit, doing consumer-based businesses, fine and dandy and all of that shit, but you need to look for industry-based shit to get into once you get your money up off the consumer-based shit. Because consumer-based shit don't last up. That's a gamble. You know what I'm saying? That's a gamble. You get that industry-based shit where you're producing something and making it and selling it to people. We're not talking about cakes and shit. We're talking about fucking, you know what I'm saying, cheers and, you know what I'm saying, material, shit like that. Where you
tools.
Tools.
The shit like, shit like that lasts for centuries, you know what I'm saying? You go and you look at some of these brands that's in the fucking stores, shit's been around, you know what I mean? So, you know, those are some of the shit that you can create that'll be here for your great grandkids, you know what I'm saying? They'll be running that shit.
Yeah, you gotta do that shit, man. So, you know what I'm saying, we're coming down to the last one, so we don't want to get past the brother Umar, Dr. Umar Johnson. Got to talk about Dr. Umar. All right, so now they got the story with Umar, Dr. Umar Johnson. So I'm gonna read it from this publication called Atlanta Black Star. Right. I take nothing or no response or no, like, whatever the energy, the news, this article coming from, it has no reflection on me because I don't really agree with a lot of these publications, but it's just to tell the story. You dig? So that's my disclaimer. So it goes, author and Pan-African psychologist Dr. Umar Johnson has reportedly been called to stand trial before the Pennsylvania State Board of Psychology amid concerns over his credentials as a psychologist and efforts to fund a new residential academy for black boys. In a Twitter post Thursday, December 21st, Johnson shared a screenshot of the notice from the Department of State petitioning him to court for a hearing January 8th, 2018, for undisclosed reasons. The famed psychologist who claimed familiar ties to freedom fighter Frederick Douglass in the past hinted that it might have something to do with the legitimacy of his school psychology license. Johnson went on to blast those who are helping the quote-unquote white man plot his demise and potentially end his career. I've been ordered to stand trial in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, before the Board of Psychology to be stripped of my school psychology credentials as a result of constant complaint from some members of my race pleading to the white man via phone and mail to bring an end to my profession, he wrote. A notice from Commonwealth. A notice from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, obtained by Atlanta Black Star, accused Johnson of presenting himself as a psychologist without the proper credentials, indicating that he's never held authorization to practice a profession or occupation from the state psychology board. Moreover, the notice states that Johnson doesn't have a proper license to practice as a psychologist in the state. Johnson must now prove to the board that he is in fact a certified psych professor or risk losing his permit to practice altogether. He also faced civil penalties of about $10,000 for each alleged violation and could even incur the cost of an investigation into the matter, occurring to the notice warning of possible disciplinary actions. Johnson, who specialized in working with parents of black children diagnosed with special needs or behavioral issues, have since responded to the complaint and maintained that he is a certified school psychologist despite the allegations levied against him. I am and have been for the past 16 years, since spring 2001, a Commonwealth of Pennsylvania certified school psychologist. He penned in a letter to the state dated August 25th, 2017. I've also been a national certified school psychologist, a credential voluntarily chosen not to, I've also been a national certified school psychologist, a credential I voluntarily chose not to renew, as I did not feel the organization did enough to prevent the over-identification and placement of African-American boys into special ed programs. Contrary to the allegation made against me, I have never held myself out as anything other than a certified school psychologist and doctor of clinical psychology, he added. It's my hope that these charges being brought against me are not politically motivated out of racial bias or discrimination due to my political views. School advocacy efforts in support of black parents and or community activists work that I conduct on behalf of the national African American community. Johnson notice to appear in court also comes amid recent suspicion over the effort to transform one of two historically black institutions into the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Black Boys, a private K-12 academy for black males. However, speculative reports about where funding donations for the project are actually going have raised concern among supporters, leaving many to wonder if the project will ever come to fruition. So far, a GoFundMe campaign credited to the cause has amassed just over $400,000 in donations since its launch in March 2015. A screenshot posted to Johnson's Twitter page Thursday showed that the crowdfunding company had concerns about the campaign as well and threatened, it said a screenshot posted to Johnson's Twitter page Thursday showed that the crowdfunding company had concerns about the campaign as well and threatened to shut down the Johnson account if he failed to respond to them within 48 hours. So it says, well, let me see if they got it written down. No. So he says, we have not, hello, doctor, we have not received a response from you regarding our last message. Please address the following within 48 hours to avoid removal of your account. Please know that this isn't an attack on you, but to make sure that the funds raised on GoFundMe are used in line with the purpose of your campaign. Additionally, our team is here to work with you to prove the validity of the campaign, and your cooperation is appreciated. Please note that GoFundMe may request evidence from you if we feel it is needed to ensure that your campaign is in line with our terms. You may read more about that here. So then he goes, sometimes I ask myself, why did I start this campaign? Johnson wrote, I'm ready to return all the donations and move to Africa. In an effort to give our boys a school they deserve, I've had countless coons constantly harass white people in the power structure. News of Johnson's trouble with the board has garnered mixed reaction from some in the black community, label him a fraud, to others rallying those in the diaspora to throw their support behind him. The hashtag UmarJohnson de-licensing party was even trending for a while. Yeah, so So they got everybody, so they got people, I guess, responding to that or whatever. So, yeah, see, my whole thing when it comes to that is this. I'm not gonna discredit the man. I'm not gonna question whether he's a psychologist or not, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta do all of that. He gave a lot of good, valid information. So I'm gonna leave it like that. But my whole thing is, I don't understand what the rally cry is. Like, if you understand what I'm saying, I don't understand what the rally cry is, because see, what happened is, I'm looking on the internet and they talking like, yo, black people running to the white man trying to get Umar, you know what I'm saying, his license. He got to go to court, and I'm like, he got to go to court. He got to stand trial. Like, he playing with your fucking head. This nigga got to go to the board. That's no different than you got lawyers who have to go to the board. You know what I'm saying? When people questioning their practice, and they're like, yo, what's going on, man? What you doing out? Yo, you got to go to the board and talk to the board now. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, man, all this stuff I was doing, I could lose my license if I do this. You hear all of this shit with lawyers all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm sitting over here, and I'm like, yo, why everybody talking like he's going to go to the Supreme Court or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? He should have expected. And then this stupid ass, oh, if black people tearing me down. How you know? You mean to tell these motherfuckers like, hey, how you doing, sir? I'm black, and I would like to say that.
Well,
so this is because remember that first bullshit. Remember, he's a psychologist. He fucked with your mind. He said that shit in the previous show where he was like, oh, it's black people calling up, and I asked her, and a white woman said, why are these black people calling up for you? Some shit like that. And I'm like, wow. First of all, why was
I mean, our money.
Huh?
Give me my money. I mean, our money.
Give me my money. I mean, when I say me, I mean melanin. That's me is short for melanin. But I like to call it. I like to call it me. Like, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see the fucking the board, so people could address you and be like, yo, you know, you out here with a license. I have a driver's license. Guess what?
But
I'm fucking up. They're gonna say, yo.
But the people
bring your ass to the
fucking, you know, ain't real. And that's the thing that's corny. Is like a lot of times, like when you know, when we following these certain cats, they want you to defy logic to follow them. So it's like any other time,
right.
It's like power to the people. We, you know, the leaders speak for the people and all that shit. So the people having complaints about what's happening, then what happened to that logic? It's like all of a sudden we're supposed to say fuck the people. Umar's correct, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. It's like, come on, man. It's like you got to defy too much logic when, you know, you looking towards him. You know what I'm saying, to be like, remember, that's my guy.
I was reading reports. I think it was. I'm thinking 2014 or some shit, or some shit like that, when they were talking about the whole UmarJohnson going to the school for the first Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass. You know what I'm saying? This title shit. He's gonna go to Florida. Virginia. He's gonna go here. He's gonna go there. And I'm reading the story, not from his story, but from the school's perspective of it. And they was like, yeah, we gave him this deadline. And I'm like, this shit was like a year later. And I'm like, or months after that shit happened. And I'm like, no, it was a year later. It was a year later. So I'm sitting over here and I'm like, wait a minute. So how's he still out here pumping for this school shit when he know he missed that deadline? Then you'll hear him again. Yeah, so if y'all see any buildings out there to buy, I even seen somebody say, yo, that's so stupid, y'all don't even get it. It's going to take at least $5 million to get to school and another $7 million to run it. And I'm like, y'all retarded as shit. There's black schools being ran right now. There's nothing close to that amount of money. You see what I'm saying? And then here's the other thing, Smoke, we don't got an economy. So all these black boys that goes to your unaccredited school, right, when they come out, where the hell are they supposed to go to work? Because we don't got an economy.
By the state. Yeah, the state going to say
you know what I'm saying?
State might be like, fuck that shit.
See, he a psychologist, so he already knows. All you got to do is fuck with their head. He's painting them that image. Oh, yeah, this black school ran by Umar. It's going to change everything, girl. You got to believe. You just got to believe. You see what I'm saying? And he could just lead you on. So we about to go to 2018. We about to go to 2018. He been pumping this black school. I should look it up and see when Umar first was doing this school shit. But I know that shit was during Barack Obama's presidency. But that shit had to be like maybe 2014 or some shit like that. But
yeah, I think that's I think that's when he opened that GoFundMe shit. You know, the original count. I don't know if the count changed, but I want to say that was 2014 when he opened.
That was 14.
I think when they say one in our early shows, we went back and looked at that shit, and it was 2014.
Right, we did
I want to say like March 2014 or something like that.
Check the old UmarJohnson shows, and you'll see what we're referring to, where we talk about the timeline that just didn't make sense with him. You see what I'm saying? So now we're about to go into 2018. He's still pumping his school shit. So GoFundMe says, yo, hey guys, hello. What's up with this school shit we've been hearing about? I mean, how long are you gonna run this GoFundMe? Do you have a game plan or some shit like that? We just want to check evidence, make sure everything's on up and up. You know, I'd like to hear from you. Reply back within 48 hours and shut this shit down. That's it. So it's like, you know, here's the question. He shows you that post, but then here's the question though, because it's not about what you say, it's about what's not said. Why was that what he was looking at? Why was that them saying, hey, if you don't reply to us within this many hours, we shutting this shit down? That means they replied, they hollered at you. So why you ducking them? You think what I'm saying? No. That's like a motherfucker showing you a notice, a final notice shit, and they like, yo, Smoke, look, yo, it's serious, man. Look how much I owe. They're about to cut my shit off. And you're like, yo, this nigga needs the money, yo. He got to pay his light. And it's like, yo, why is he at the final notice? Like, you know how many notices come to this before? You know what I'm saying? Shit, like, half final notice already, and he acting like this shit just, like he didn't even know that the bill was due. You don't think that's odd? He did the same shit with the conscious stripper. Oh, and the conscious stripper, and you know what I'm saying? And I had a cousin of an athlete who was supposed to donate $1 million until he found out about the conscious stripper. He said he didn't want nothing to do with it. And I was like, an athlete who have an issue with a stripper? That was AC Green? AJ Green or whatever the hell the dude is. AC Green? That's the Virgin basketball player back in the day?
Yeah, AC Green.
Yeah,
AC Green, yeah.
That's AC Green? Like, I can understand if he's like, hey, I still learn to donate money, but I practice abstinence, and that would look bad on my... I can understand that. But I'm like, come on, Umar, that don't even make sense. And you mean to tell me he gonna say, yo, fuck them little niggas, yo. You got a stripper? Ah, nah, that's where I draw the line, brother. I can't donate to no fucking kids learning. nigga, you out here fucking chicks and you single. Nah, that don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? But here go black people. Then they start attacking the black woman. Oh, it's always a black woman to bring a black man down. And oh yeah, these hoes and all kind of shit. And he a single man. He can fuck whoever he wants from. He grows. And it's like all this dumb shit. And I'm like, yo, why nobody asking the question about this make-believe ass $1 million shit? Because this is how you can tell it's make-believe, Smoke. So he, after that incident, he stopped soliciting for $1 million. Right, so he tried it. The guy backed out. And he said, "I'm never gonna try this again." Why you still not soliciting to the who's who of fucking celebrity world? You was all on the fucking Housewives and shit. Why you not trying to solicit to the who's who so you can get those big checks? Why you keep harassing the people when you out there in the world of the we eat for all? I mean, we eat for you. He's out in the world of we eat for you. We in the world of we feed everybody. We work for all. And we feed all. So why he keep coming down like a vulture, picking at us, getting little pieces? And every time, just like the voting shit, Smoke, when you getting the money from us, it's all good, brothers and sisters. That house is on this. I mean, that school is on its way. I can see it. And we're going to have bricks with everybody's name who donated. And we're going to put it on the walkway. And every time you walk, you're going to see your name. And we like, And then after a while, like these journals and everybody else, when that money starts tightening up, it's like, damn, why is it taking this long for me to get 600? I mean, for we to get 600,000. I bet you if this was some Jay-Z concert, y'all niggas will get up there. Hey, I'm calling y'all niggas. Trifling ass niggas. Big Papa. In order to goddamn. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Don't be calling me talking about your goddamn retarded ass kid need to get out of special ed. Fuck that nigga. I'm gonna say, did you donate, bitch? And I'm like, wow. What?
Yeah, my son was wild.
Oh, God. This Umar guy changed. Then he's on bad and all. Yeah, I'm like, you a psychologist. You tell me you can't go on Vlad and finesse the game and be like this. All right, so check it, Vlad. We could do the interview and shit of that nature, but since you so in tune to the black community, why don't you donate a little something towards the movement? I would say that should turn right there on the fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, so you love the black community? Yeah, I always talk to the black kids trying to tell them not to shoot at each other in Chicago because I got friends that's gangbangers, and I'm like, okay, so how do you help the black community? Well, with these interviews and okay, all right. So have you ever donated to a black cause? I mean, Black Lives Matter or whatever. So and I was just working into my shit. Well, what about the education? You think the black man need to be? You feel what I'm saying? Once he's like, yeah. You donate to anything like that? Well, I mean, if it was, I would. Well, hey, who would have thought? So UmarJohnson, look, the old living color. Pull out that card, bam. UmarJohnson, Frank Douglas, Martin Garvin. Oh, wow. Oh, man, okay. All right. Yeah. I'm going to donate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's going to edit that part out. There ain't going to be a part of it. Yeah. That shit going to edit it out, pay to black people. Yeah. But it's like we're not even wise enough to know how to finesse the other side. All we do is try to finesse each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That whole Umar thing is a finesse. This is a clear finesse game. Because, again, you mean to tell me you can't just get a building, my nigga? You telling me you can't just get a building? You telling me you can't just get a lesson plan and work on the homeschooler? You telling me you can't get the $400,000 and flip that motherfucker to a couple of mil? So your only hustle is just to keep on picking off the bottom. We work for all and we feed all off the capitalistic pyramid chart, just to pick off of us. You see what I'm saying? And keep feeding us again with the hope and shit like that. Oh, we got to fight against this white man system. And what's happening is the educational system is what's locking our boys and pushing them to the pipeline to go to prison because, see, white supremacy is what's educating, and you got your enemy educating your babies. If you got your enemies educating your babies, that means when your babies come home, you need to be deprogramming your child. You see what I'm saying? But you can't deprogram your child because you're trying to deprogram yourself from work. You see what I'm saying? So once you understand all these dynamics, the only sensible thing for you to do is to work to counter that. You see what I'm saying? If you don't identify the problem, you can't work to counter it. And if you don't counter it, you're never going to solve the problem. So then you're going to be continuously living in this constant cycle of issues because you don't even know how to get out of it because you don't even know that it's an issue. So now your child goes to the educational system, or you can call it the miseducational system. They come out miseducated. They come out pushed through society. They come out don't know how to read and shit like that. And then we'll turn around and say, well, that's the school fault. For the child, your responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
The child is your responsibility. Because see, even if you say to yourself, you know what? No, I make sure I teach my child. You might have another child of a mother that you know in the neighborhood who now is like, yo, my kid having an issue going, with the school shit, but I got to work. Well, shit, pay me a couple of dollars, and they can come here, and I can teach them in the house. Next thing you know, you have a whole set of parents after school sending their kids to your shit so you can re-educate them. You getting paid more than the fucking teachers in school. Because you're getting that collective black dollar. You know what I'm saying? That's employment for this black woman who probably earlier didn't even have a job. Let's say that. Let's make that her reality. Stay-at-home mom. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we got to change the way we're looking at this game and how we do this, especially for 2018, because they're going to keep pushing us towards more voting shit coming up. They're going to sit there, keep dicking us like they've been doing. We're going to watch black women eat crow when it comes to that Doug Jones and all this fake political muscle that they're flexing. All this fake political muscle that you're flexing, you're going to eat crow for it. Because now you're going to understand it ain't just the black man that lie to you, black woman. The white man and the white woman lie to you too to get what they want. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. This Umar dude, man, that's hilarious. This Umar dude's hilarious, man. Because like I said, I don't deny that he's who he say he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't deny that. I'm just looking at who you are. You mad and mature. You know what I mean? You mad and mature.
Yeah.
You don't got no strategy about yourself. Yeah. You ain't got no strategy about yourself. You ain't got no hustle about yourself. You can't flip 400,000. You can't flip the 200 to 250. You know what I'm saying? Like if your whole strategy and your whole hustle is, I'm gonna wait until people donate. I'm gonna travel all around talking shit and try to gather pennies and shit and to accumulate this, what, 5 million? Nigga, you can't get, if you got 400,000 in 2017 and been doing this shit since, what, 2014, let's say, you ain't got no hustle about yourself. You ain't got no hustle about yourself.
Well, that shit ain't
real. Or it ain't fucking real.
It's the time, especially now with the woke shit and all this shit going on. People going donating and all that shit. That shit is real. You be donating that shit, man. People have, and it's not even say it ain't real or whatever you trying to do. It's just people have questions about it. And that's where the immaturity come in. You know what I'm saying? It's like if people have questions about it, it's up to him to clear those questions up to make it, to show that it is legitimate. If you saying that it's legitimate, clear these questions up. People want to see the book. People want to see other different things. Not just the average person who just listened to the story, but people who actually gave their money, actual investors. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the questions are rising. Like you said, it playing into the immaturity is like, who does that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if
who does it?
Really out here, and you being, you know, you being clear, you being see through. You know what I'm saying? People are able to see what's going on. Yo, you gonna accommodate to those questions. You're gonna make the people feel at ease to not only what they gave, but they give more money.
No, but you know why? The reason why is because you got something that you can show me.
Right.
Umar don't got nothing to show. You see what I'm saying? So the questions now become shit like, well, let me see the books. What you doing with the money? Because really, those aren't questions that I need to ask you. I mean, I got to answer. In all honesty, I ain't got to answer that. But guess what? I ain't got to answer, let me see the books, if I show you the plot of land.
Right.
If I'm showing you construction being done. And it's like, well, let me, what you know what I'm saying? What you doing for that money that we donated? Well, come over here. You see this right here?
Yeah, that's pretty much open in the books. That's
right,
in
the
books. Because the people only really asking for the books because there's nothing there. It's like, you know, all right, you
there's nothing there.
Oh, okay, well, shit, let me see that. Let me see that accounting. Fuck that.
Something.
Yeah, shit.
What's the last 5 things you bought? What's your game plan? What's your blueprint? Something. Sell me something. Let me go back home to my woman and tell her I spoke to you and you told me something different. You told me something a little bit more tangible. Come on, man. And that's what we asking. And like I said, the immaturity comes in because there's nothing I can show you. Because I'm selling you nothing. I'm selling you nothing. So if I'm selling you nothing, then if you come in, just like with the Bitcoin shit, right? They had a girl at my job, right? So I walk into work, so she goes, oh, just the man I was looking for. She was like, yeah, so me and my husband, we was thinking about investing, and I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Bitcoin? So I was like, well, my attitude towards Bitcoin is it's already up, right? So you ain't even got the money to really put your money in there like that to make bread. So as this shit going up, that means this shit about to be a bubble. When I start to hear too many people talking, regular average people talking about something, that means that's a clear indication it's about to be a bubble. Some of the top heads already sold all their shit.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the originators of it sold all their shit out. One dude, I think, was like LTE or some shit like that, some Asian, Chinese dude or whatever, Japanese dude. He sold all his shit. A lot of them selling all their shit. Then with the Coinbank shit that happened recently, I mean, it happened today, ironically, that she even talked to me about it. They just stopped all selling and all buying. It's a lockout.
Yeah.
The whole fucking shit came down to 12,000. Yeah. This is about to be a bubble. I mean, not about to be one. It's a bubble. When that shit pop, that shit gonna pop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling black people, just like I told her, I said I would suggest you look into weed stocks because that's going to be the stock to take off. P-Hot 2 cents. P-Hot 2 cents.
Yeah, see, the people right now are motherfucking going to lose. You know, that they lost already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how big of a loss is going to be? Because just last week, people was going and buying them 20,000 Bitcoin. People was buying them 19,000 prices, 18,000. They was buying those. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it less than a week later, your ass, you lost 6,000 to 8,000 off your investment.
Yeah.
Off tops, you know what I'm saying? And then, it's new shit. So most people going to hold for the rebound. We know that fucking with penny stock. You done took that loss.
No, that's the new people. The new people.
Exactly.
Yeah, the old people.
Yeah, exactly. The new people. Yeah, the new people is in there. They like, well, damn, I can't I put my shit in here for a week and I lost 8,000. I got to keep it in here. And it's going to keep going down. And it's on you from that point how big your loss is going to be.
1,900.
Yeah, think about it.
Like, gonna come back
lost their investment. Like, shit, you put up 100,000. You done lost 40,000.
Yeah.
That's a big ass hit.
See, the funny thing with me is she told me this. See, she told me this straight as I'm walking into work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 7 sign, right, going close towards 8. So when I seen the news where they talked about the whole 12,000 dip and all that shit, that was today. So she told her husband, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I spoke to the dude and that's what he said, and he looking like, yo, this is what happened. And it's like, okay, he must be on to some shit. Because I'm like, yo, you were supposed to get him Bitcoin in 2009. 2010, you know what I'm saying? And then you could be selling your shit now like everybody else. But if you trying to get into that shit now, you foolish. You foolish. You better be looking at all these other industries and shit. Stop looking at the one that's about to bust. Like the housing market. Everybody, look, you want to get your oil changed. Nigga like, so yeah, man, your oil changed and all that shit. But hey, man, you looking for a house, man? I'm a realtor too. It's like, really? Oh, okay, you're a realtor. You see a homeless man that's asking for change and shit. He like, hey man, thank you for the dollar, but yo, I'm a realtor too, man. If you ever looking for a home, come ring my. Once I seen that shit, I said, oh shit. I said this housing shit is crazy. Next thing I know, it's a housing bubble. I mean, it's a housing bust, the bubble bust. Anytime I start to hear poor people talk about it, all you hear is poor people talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, television. Bitcoin. That means run. That means they're trying to solicit the fucking stocks to you so your ass could be tempted to jump in it. Because I'm like, how y'all talking about Bitcoin but not the weed shit, and the weed shit about to pop in January? Y'all talking about Bitcoin. And the weed shit is cheaper.
That shit is so crazy, man. That shit is so crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is something that's solid. The crypto, that shit is not even a real current, you know what I'm saying? It's not even solid. It's not backed by anything. It's not regulated. It's like, yo, it's a big risk and shit. Just to even do that shit. And when you see like the little black business people talking, so to speak, you know what I mean, like the YouTube videos and shit like that, they not speaking to that risk. Now they will be, or have been, over the last couple of days with the plunge. But no one was speaking to that, to the unregulated market. The people was just telling you how about the rise and how much it increased over whatever time period. Not once did I hear anything about the risk of an unregulated market, which shit like that can happen. Halted, suspensions and shit like this, and getting, companies getting totally axed off of the market. You lose your whole shit. It's unregulated. You don't know what they can do. Pretty much, they can do whatever see fit. We don't need to be in no shit like that. It's too late for it anyway. So it's like nigga, you take your money and do something else with that, man.
Nigga, just jump in there. See, that's why every time I be talking about stocks and all that, I always say, yo, one thing about me, when I tell you about it, that shit is in the early stages. You got enough time to stack your paper. Straight up. Stack your paper. When you start to listen to people tell you in the end, yo, I got a stock tip for y'all. Y'all go to this weed stock called P-Hot. That shit 50 cents a share now. That shit 74 cents a share now. To me, that ain't no good tip. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no good tip. But I've been telling people about it at 1 cent and under a penny. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I'm telling people about it, 3 cents and shit, that shit goes up to, that to me is a good tip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I'm sitting over here now, what I'm saying, even with my my Kush bottles, I brought it at 188. It was three something, like 304, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to say today before it closed. You know what I'm saying? These are shit that's low enough where you can afford to get at least 100 shares. These are things low enough where you can get $1,000, $2,000, and get you 100,000 shares. Meaning, if it goes to 50 cents, you're getting $50,000 off of $2,000. That's how that game works. Y'all niggas keep running for that bag, for that cryptocurrency bag. When you open up that bag, you're gonna have shit inside there with a bunch of paper shares that don't mean shit. Your shares don't mean a motherfucking thing, yo. When it's all over.
Electronic, you ain't got no paper. Shit all on the computer.
Whole bunch of paper, no pencil, no pad. Always remember, you don't have no money. You didn't make no money until you sold your shares, and that money enter into your account. If that money ain't sitting in your account, I don't care if that should say $1 million in cryptocurrency. If you didn't hit sell, and that shit ain't in your account, you have a promise of $1 million. You got a hope of $1 million. Because if that shit gets stopped by the SEC or fucking shit just tank, everybody just doing a massive sell-off or some shit like that, and you don't get to sell in time, yeah. You don't get that. You don't say, hey, wait a minute, I had this, so hold on, wait. I didn't sell quick enough, hold on. No, that's not how it works. So if you're going to play the game, learn the game, you know what I mean? Don't follow what everybody's doing. Learn that game. You make a lot of money in that game. You see what I'm saying? But be smart with it. Don't be, well, let me listen to somebody tell me what to buy. No, ain't nothing wrong with that, listening to somebody tell you what to buy. Excuse me. But don't follow trends and don't come late to the party. Try to be in that party early. That way, when it's time to start selling tickets, you got the majority of the tickets. And you can start to sell them with the higher prices, man. Straight up.
Yeah, I mean,
don't go inside there.
Very early.
Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. So 2018, man, shit. Let's do our 2018 closeout since this, you know what I'm saying, since the next time it's gonna be 2018. What's your goals and shit and resolutions for the new year?
Shit, man, just keep improving, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really try to set specific shit in terms of like exercise or eat better. You know what I'm saying? I just like to just keep continually improving and shit. As far as like tangible shit, I would say like more so like, you know, like maybe expanding the damn radio show. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, making that shit a brand and, you know, just giving more in the coming year, you know what I'm saying, in that regard and shit. And just keep my son on this coding and engineering tip, you know what I'm saying, have him reading and shit like that. You know, continuing with the books and shit like that. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty much what I'm on right now. Shit, stacking this bread. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have some bread, some good bread money. Develop this shit.
No, that's what it is. That's me too, man. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, pretty much get on my shit, you know what I'm saying, definitely get my bread up, trying to produce some product to sell, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm probably going to end up jumping into the consumer base, you know what I'm saying, because that is the easiest route. But I am still researching and looking into my industry base on what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do believe in that. If we start producing something, and it ain't got to be everything at once. You know what I'm saying? But
one day funds or nothing.
Yeah, just, you know what I'm saying, like one step, one feet go in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying, really start to slowly take over. Whatever we buying from other people, straight the fuck up, man. We take it. You know what I'm saying? We take that and we make our own version. We put our own image. You know what I'm saying? And then we sell it to our people and shit, and we get that money. No more complaining about black people not spending their money with you. Step your marketing up, step your strategy up. You know what I'm saying? Be a hustler, be a salesperson, be a business person. Don't be a baby.
Yeah.
Don't cry and complain because it's not going your way. That's not how business works. That's why it's called free market capitalism. You know what I'm saying? That's not how business works. When you come into the business world, it's 8 and be 8. It's dog eat dog. You know what I'm saying? It's the strong going to be able to walk down these streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how that's going to play out. It's war. It's territorial. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how you have to look at it. So I don't want to hear no more of that whining and what somebody not doing for you. You know what I'm saying? If you have a customer-based shit, then, hey, do what you got to do to make sure you're generating paper. So cut the slackness out. All my people dealing with that industry-based shit, yo, do your shit, salute. Expand. Figure out what it is that you're trying to do, and goddamn, write that on a piece of paper, ask for your goals, so you can say, how can you execute it? And that's the type of shit we got to do.
Yeah.
I want to get this U.S. national debt clock. I should have did that earlier. The savings per family, $5,073. $5,073. So February 2nd, when we return, I will return, starting with the savings per family. We're going to see if it's increasing or if it's decreasing. That's how we're going to do that. So, until then, Happy New Year's, Happy Kwanzaa, and all other holidays that you may celebrate. Peace, Black Power. Salute to the black man, salute to the black woman, salute to the black child. Thanks for the support, for the listens, shares, subscribes, and views. in America, outside of America, all over the black globe. This is Rasta B. Smoke. This is In Black America Radio. Smoke, you want to close out with anything?
Thanks for listening, man. Yeah, too in this motherfucker. You know, we appreciate the support, y'all. We'll be back for another one, February 2018. Peace.